The sun is shining nice and bright, the birds are chirping, there's very little wind. It does not feel like the dead of winter right now, but my friends, it truly is the dead of winter. I'm sure the water temperature is probably like 35 degrees if I was a betting man. The nice thing is my boys are currently napping, so I figured I would take this as an opportunity to come down here and try to catch some fish from the bank. Now I've got 2 ultralight rods with me today, and I'm not entirely sure what to expect because I really haven't been doing a lot of fishing lately, but I trust the process. So rather than sit here and ramble, I'm gonna really try to maximize this hour and a half, and I'm gonna try to catch some fish. Let's get started. So I've got 2 ultralights with me today. I've got a drop shot rigged up and then a slip float rigged up. I'm probably more confident in the slip float, but because it's really nice and sunny, I wanna try the drop shot to start and see if I can catch some on this. If I can catch fish on the drop shot, I would definitely prefer to throw this. That being said, we got 2 options, so I trust we're gonna make at least one of them work. Currently rigged up on the drop shot, I have a cut down portion of the jackworm in a Dakota Sunrise color. I trust that this could catch bass, perch, I mean, bluegill. I doubt if bluegill are gonna hit a drop shot right now, but you never know. I usually use Procure, but I just grabbed this Mega Strike scent today. We're just gonna squeeze a little bit of that on there. Little scent this time of year certainly doesn't hurt anything. There it is. I don't know whether I'm a believer in this stuff or not. I definitely like Procure, but this was sitting on my floor, so I grabbed it. Just see if we can't find a little yellow perch or something. I don't even care what size fish I catch today. I mean, obviously I would love to catch some nice big ones, but if I catch a bunch of 3-inch yellow perch, that's literally fine with me. I don't care. I guess I could technically cast my slip float out there and just watch the float while I fish the drop shot, just for the sake of trying to be efficient with my time. I think I might try that. All right, on my slip float, I have a 1/8 ounce workhorse jig with a horsefly, black on black. All right, let's zip that out there and we'll just watch the float. I definitely have a little bit more confidence in the slip float rig because I feel like fish really react well to that suspended look. And the drop shot is still kind of targeting suspended fish, but it's pretty bottom oriented. And my thought is, because it's nice and sunny and still, maybe fish will kind of creep down towards the bottom, be a little bit more bottom oriented. I don't know. I figure it's worth a try. Both of these rigs are pretty good in the cold water, so hopefully we can make one work. We'll see. There's a bite. Ah, got a little short striker down there. All right, there's fish there. It must be dinky little yellow perch. They're not too far away from me, honestly. Oh, uh-oh. Something's happening with my slip float. What is this? What is this? This is big. This is big. This is big. It's a bass? What the heck just happened? Unexpected. I think we got a nice bass here. Holy smokes. First fish, big old bass, reacts to the horsefly just sitting there. Holy smokes, this is not what I was expecting, folks. Oh yeah. All right, how about that? Yeah, the slip float rig always works, my friends. I absolutely love to see this. It was just sitting there while I was working my drop shot. I had a couple short strikes on the drop shot. I was getting excited, probably about dinky little yellow perch. And then meanwhile, we catch like a 16-inch bass that's absolutely chunky. How about that? I'm gonna grab a photo of that guy. I love it when a plan works out, my friends. I absolutely love it when a plan works out. Workhorse jig to the top of the mouth. It's exactly what I wanted to happen, but I gotta be honest, I did not expect a nice big chunky bass like that. I knew it was a possibility, but I kind of expected dinky perch. All right, see you later, buddy. And she's gone. Well, I think we're just gonna stick to the slip float rig. I feel like I make a video about the slip float rig every single year, same time of year, but it's only because it works so well for me. It is definitely my go-to rig this time of year. It just works. I've got so much confidence built up in it. So this is the Phenix Elixir that I've talked about several times. It's a 7'6" ultralight. I've got a Daiwa Tatula on there. This is a size 1000, and this is 6-pound Suffix 832 braided fishing line And then I've got a really long leader of 4-pound copolymer on there. I believe it's Trilene Sensation. You know, I've talked about all this stuff several times, but I figured I better at least let you know what I caught that bass on. I've talked about the slip float rig a lot in the past, but the first thing that it consists of is a little bobber stop. And this has actually slipped up my line a little bit, so I'm gonna move it back down. I've got it set to go about 6.5 feet deep. After that, you've got the little bead as well as the slip float. In this case, it's just a mule peg float. And then I actually rigged a little swivel there just to avoid any line twist. And then underneath the swivel, like I said, a 1/8 ounce workhorse jig with a horsefly, black on black. Kind of was expecting to change colors, but that bass definitely made me a believer, so I'm gonna stick with the black on black. Oh, there's a bite. What the heck? I just caught a yellow perch. Oh crap. Not what I expected. I have a bite on my slip float rig while catching a perch on my drop shot. Okay, well, I think the bite on the slip float rig is unfortunately gone, but there you go. That's a little bit more what I was expecting to catch today. I'm gonna throw that back in real quick. Sorry for throwing the fish. I know some people really don't like it when I do that. He's gonna be fine, I promise. Well, that was annoying. Literally got a bite at the same time. That was not what I expected to happen. I don't think the fishing's gonna be exactly lights out, so the fact that I got 2 bites at one time is ridiculous. Man, it was just completely calm 20 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden we have like a pretty heavy, consistent chop. All right, cast straight into the wind. And then the goal is to try to get your line literally positioned with the way the waves are coming back. And that way your line isn't getting pulled to the side. Well, unfortunately, the wind kept howling and the sun got behind the clouds, and it stayed behind the clouds, so it just got colder and colder. And even though I stayed out there for a little while longer, I couldn't seem to get another bite. So ultimately, 2 fish is not that many, not the best day of fishing in the world, but this time of year, I'll take anything I can get, and I'm definitely thrilled about the fact that I caught a nice bass. The one thing that I really wanted to end with, and I've talked about this a million times, a slip float rig is absolutely my most confident choice this time of year. When the water temperature is sub 40 degrees, keeping that bait hovering in front of those fish and keeping it in the strike zone is absolutely what you want to do. And the slip float rig allows you to do that just about as good as anything. That bass literally ate it when it was just sitting there. So that should be a testament to the rig. Go out there and try it for yourself. I tell you what, even though I only caught a couple fish, it felt so good to get back out there. It felt really good to make a video. It's been a while, but stay tuned, my friends. There will be a lot more ultralight fishing and just fishing in general in the future. So we'll catch you next time.